Okay folks, welcome back. In this video, I want to just briefly talk about 3 things that I hope to see in the future of Destiny 2. For those that aren't too aware of Destiny 2 and its lore, I'll do a bit of background explanation where I think it's needed, and I am aware that my core viewers this video won't really mean anything, however if you do still watch it then thank you. Now this first thing is a theory that I know quite a few people within the Destiny lore community have heard and some even subscribe to, so I am in no way saying that these ideas are my own. The basic premise of this concept stems from the Beyond Light trailer we got a while back. The Beyond Light trailer and announcement confirmed the return of the Exo Stranger. We haven't seen the Stranger since the end of Vanilla Destiny 1 campaign, apart from a few unconfirmed hints within lore cards in Destiny 2, so this is kind of a big thing. The big theory I want to discuss first all stems from the fact that in the Destiny 1 campaign there is an infamous cutscene that established the Stranger as the character we know today. This cutscene took place in the Ishtar Academy on Venus, and I will play the cutscene here for those of you who may have forgotten or are just simply unaware.
Well fought.
You're here.
We haven't got much time.
Who are you?
Why have you been watching us?
I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. I will. I know.
Will what?
I wasn't talking to you, Little Light.
I'm a ghost, actually.
Many Guardians fell. Strong ones. But you made it here. Yes, I'm listening. They are here. With me.
Who's she talking to?
Understood. You need my help, Guardian.
Is that why you brought us here?
They brought us here. The Vex. Evil so dark it despises other evil.
You're not a guardian.
No. I was not forged in light. But I believe where our paths cross, ground could break. Have you heard of the Black Garden?
We've heard the legends.
The greatest threat to us all lies there. Where these machines are born. Find the Black Garden. Rip out its heart. Only then will your traveler begin to heal.
Can you help us find it?
My path's my own. I can't.
If we're going to find the Black Garden, we need to see the Awoken.
Ah, yes. The Awoken. Out there wavering between the light and the dark. A side should always be taken, Little Light. Even if it's the wrong side. Too late returning. How many? Hold position, kill the engines, and don't let them find you.
So, how do we find the Awoken?
They live all the way out at the edge of the darkness.
As the Beyond Light revealed confirmed the Stranger's return and Season of Arrivals has brought the pyramids to a number of planets, a theory arose regarding what the Stranger was talking about in that cutscene and who she was talking to. For all this to make sense, I'm first going to talk about what we did in Season of Dawn, which was not last season, the season before. During the Season of Dawn, Osiris called for our help on Mercury as the Cabal had taken control of what is essentially a time machine and started causing chaos on the planet. Over the course of the season, we eventually pushed back the Cabal and regained control over the Sundial, which was Osiris' time machine. With this machine back under our control, we were able to walk the corridors of time and save Saint 14 from having his light drained and thus saving his life. This is why I think the theory may be possible, because time travel has already been established as a possibility within the universe. Now I guess I should state what the theory is. Well, here we go. What if the person the Stranger is talking to in that cutscene is us, the player? Whether that's in Beyond Light or either of the other 2 DLCs Bungie have announced? What if when she said when our paths cross, ground could break, she means on Europa? Now, a pretty cool way for this to work in some capacity would be if we had a mission in, for example, Beyond Light, where the Stranger tells us that she's got an errand to run, and then through a combination of both Osiris's Vex tinkering and the Stranger's own tech, she transmats away to some unknown destination. Then, over the comms, we hear a very faint version of ourselves, followed by the Stranger saying, "Hold position, kill the engines, and don't let them find you." Now, not only would this be a cool thing and a little holy shit moment for people that played D1, but it would also be a fairly cool thing for D2 players to hear the Stranger talking to a prior version of themselves. If you've read or heard about the death of the Flash in the comics, then you would know that in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, Barry Allen dies and becomes the lightning bolt that turns him into the Flash in the first place. The theory regarding the Stranger going back in time and talking to us on Venus would be very similar to this. The Stranger was originally in a timeline where we died in the fight against the darkness at some stage and then went back in time to find an earlier version of us that showed hope. She finds that version of us and then sends us to Venus so she can tell us to find and defeat the Heart of the Black Garden, allowing the Traveller to heal. Now, don't get me wrong, I highly doubt Bungie had this much foresight when writing the Stranger in Destiny 1, but I think it would be a fairly harmless retcon. Additionally, Bungie appears to be adding more and more characters to the universe with more character building. The latest additions being the interactions between the Drifter and Eris Morn in the Contact Public event, and also the Prophecy Dungeon. Bungie have also announced the content plan for the next 3 years, starting with Beyond Light in November, and then Witch Queen next year and Lightfall in 2022. Now here's where the speculation begins on my other 2 points. With the amount of character development we've been getting and the roadmap being laid out for 3 years of major releases, don't you think it would be pretty cool if we got some kind of Avengers Infinity War style team up in Lightfall, given it sounds like the end of the line for Destiny 2? If this does go ahead, I hope we have a mega fight against the final boss of the DLC where all the NPCs we've been building up over the years get involved. I'm thinking like the first mission of Shadowkeep where you storm the moon, but even bigger and with more fighting. Again, this is total speculation and given engine constraints probably highly unlikely, but it would still be pretty cool. The final bit of speculation that I want to talk about is the possible return of Uldren in his originally planned role. If you are at all familiar with Destiny's development, then you would know that the first game had a rather bumpy development and launch, in that its story was completely overhauled less than a year before launch. In the pre-overhaul story, Uldren Sov was going to be a rogue guide in the Cosmodrome known as the Crow, who would help you in your mission to find Osiris. Now in Beyond Light, Bungie are bringing back the Cosmodrome as a destination. Furthermore, since Uldren's defeat in Forsaken, he has been resurrected and has been, under the advice of his ghost, hiding out on the outskirts of the Dreaming City. I think it would be a cool, albeit unlikely idea to move Uldren to the new Cosmodrome and have him as the world vendor. Over the course of the season, we could slowly change the outlook of the city on Uldren and move him to the tower as a permanent vendor. Again, very unlikely, but could be incredibly cool. Anyway, that's just some things that I think would be pretty cool to see unravel over the next few years. I'd be interested to know what you lot think, so please leave comments down below with how you think this went as a video and also as theories. But, like, for now, you know what I'm about to say, so just go do it. Bye!